Go ahead. Go ahead and start without me. You go ahead. I'll catch up. Go right ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. Two simple words that you'll hear all of the time in everyday American English. Sometimes we use it to give permission. Sometimes it means start or continue. And sometimes we use it to tell someone to go before us. And depending on your tone, go ahead can even sound like a challenge. Go ahead. So today, we're going to look at what go ahead really means and how you can use it in your everyday English conversations.
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And this is Happy English Podcast, episode 1078. What does go ahead really mean? And by the way, if you're enjoying learning English with me, be sure to follow or subscribe so you don't miss any new podcast episodes. Let's start with probably the most common use of go ahead, giving someone permission to do something. For example, imagine you're sitting at a coffee shop with a friend, and a friend asks, do you mind if I use your charger? You could say, no, go ahead. That means, sure, you have my permission. Or maybe you're sitting in a meeting and your coworker asks, can I ask a question? You could say, of course, go ahead. Again, you're giving them permission to speak. And here's another example. You're eating dinner with your family and someone says, can I have that last piece of pizza? You could say, sure, go ahead, I'm full. In all of these situations, go ahead means yes, you can do that. We also use go ahead to tell someone to start or continue doing something. For example, imagine you're waiting for a friend before you start eating dinner, and they call and say, listen, I'm going to be about 20 minutes late. Go ahead and start eating without me. They're telling you not to wait. Start eating. Or maybe you're getting ready for a meeting in the office, but your boss is running late. And then she sends you a message saying something like, go ahead and start without me. I'll join you when I can. Again, go ahead means start or proceed. Here's another example. You're telling a story and then your phone rings. So you stop, talking to silence your phone, and then your friend says, go ahead, what were you saying? That means continue speaking. Or maybe you're giving a presentation and then someone interrupts you with a question. After answering, they say, thanks, please go ahead. They're telling you to continue with your presentation. The next one is, you go ahead. We often use this when we want another person to go before us or continue without us. Imagine you're walking through the doorway at the same time as another person. You could step aside and say, you go ahead. That means you go first. Or maybe you're shopping with a friend and you realize you need to go back to your car to get your wallet. You could say, you go ahead, I'll catch up with you. You're telling your friend to continue without waiting for you. Here's another common situation. Imagine you're standing online at the checkout at the grocery store with a full shopping cart, and the person behind you has just one item. You might smile and say, you can go ahead of me. That means you're letting them go first. And notice, in that situation, we often say, you can go ahead of me, because we're talking specifically about someone's position in the line. Now, let's talk about go right ahead. This is a stronger version of go ahead, and it has a friendly and enthusiastic sound. For example, your friend asks, "Oh, hey, can I borrow one of those books?" You could say, "Sure, go right ahead." Or someone at work asks, "Is it okay if I use the conference room for an hour?" You could reply, "Absolutely, go right ahead." In these situations, right adds emphasis. It has the feeling of, yeah, absolutely, it's completely okay. Go right ahead. And here's where things get kind of interesting. Depending on your tone of voice, go ahead or go right ahead can also sound like a challenge. Imagine someone is angry with you and says, "I'm going to complain to your manager." You could look at them and say, "Go ahead." In this situation, you're not warmly giving them permission. You're saying something like, "Fine, do it. I don't care." Or imagine two people are arguing, and one person says, "I'm going to tell everyone what happened." And then the other person might say, "Go right ahead. I have nothing to hide." Here, "go right ahead" has a very different feeling from the friendly version. Same words, but the tone changes everything. We can also use "go ahead" when we decide to do something despite a problem, a concern, or uncertainty. For example, imagine you're planning a picnic, but the weather forecast says there's a chance of rain. After thinking about it, you might say, "I think we should go ahead with the picnic." That means you've decided to continue with the plan. Or maybe your company is considering a new project. After several meetings, the boss says, "We've decided to go ahead with the project." In other words, the project will move forward. Here's another example. You're thinking about buying a new laptop, but you're a little worried about the price. After considering it for a few days, you say, "You know what? I finally decided to go ahead and buy it." That means you made the decision and took action. So this pattern, "go ahead and do something," is very common in everyday English. Go ahead and call them. Go ahead and order without me. Go ahead and take a day off. It has the feeling of proceeding with an action. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Now, let's compare a few situations because this is where you can really see how flexible go ahead is. Imagine your coworker asks, "Can I open the window?" You could say, "Sure, go ahead." That's permission. Or your friend is late for dinner and says, "Go ahead and eat without me." That's starting an action. You're walking into an elevator with another person and you say, "Oh, go ahead." That means you're telling the other person, "You go first." And then someone threatens to complain about you and you say, "Go ahead." That's a challenge. Same two words, for very different situations. So here's the key idea. We use "go ahead" to give permission, tell someone to start or continue, or to let someone go first. We use "go ahead and do something" when we're telling someone to proceed with an action, and "go ahead with something" when a plan or a project moves forward. And sometimes, depending on the tone, "go ahead" can even sound like a challenge. So here's your challenge. Go ahead and think about some situations in your own life where you could use "go ahead." If someone asks to borrow your pen, you could say, "Sure, go ahead." Or if you're running late for dinner, you could tell your friends, "Go ahead and eat without me." Or if someone is waiting for you at the door, you could say, "You go ahead, I'll be right there." And keep in mind, the best way to remember English like this, and any other word or phrase in English, is to take that word or phrase, write it in a sentence that's true for you or true in your world, and then memorize your sentences. Hey, thanks for listening. And remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.